Okay, friends, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. You saw the title was a pescatarian meal, but this is actually a vegetarian meal. Sometimes I, go between eating pescatarian and vegetarian meals, but you can definitely add some seafood to this dish if you want to turn it into a pescatarian meal. I've already gotten started. I got some walnuts here, and in the pan already I have some mushrooms, onions, and what I did with the walnuts is I just chopped them up not too fine. I like for my walnuts to have the texture of ground beef, so I just use a knife and just chop them up real good so they can, keep their texture when they're cooking. So I'm using my Cuisinart pan set. There's going to be a link for it in the description box below. But I'm going ahead and adding those walnuts into the mushroom, onions, and green peppers mixture. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it around and just make sure that all the walnuts, get to the bottom surface of the pan so they can cook pretty good. And I'm just going to let them cook for a little bit. And I'm adding some turmeric. And these are the other two seasonings that I'm using. And I'm just adding a little bit. I don't really measure my food. As you can see, I don't have it sped up so you can see how much I added. Just a few sprinkles. Don't get super heavy-handed with your seasoning salt because your seasoning salt has a lot of sodium. You definitely don't need that, but when it comes down to things like garlic and onion powder, you can use as much as you want. So I used grapeseed oil in the pan, and as you can see, things are looking pretty good. I forgot to tell you, the mushrooms actually add a meaty flavor to this dish as well too. It's really delicious. I think it took me maybe about 15 to 20 minutes to actually complete this dish. I'm actually going to be adding, there's the onions. I may have said the onions too quick, sorry. But there's the red onions there that I added to the pan. And I'm just, moving things around, letting it cook. I have it on medium heat. And what I was about to say was I did cook some bow tie pasta with this. I'm not going to eat too much pasta. My husband likes the pasta, so I'm definitely going to make sure he has some pasta with this dish. As you can see, things are looking good. Looking so yummy. I mean, and think about it this way. If this was actually, meat or, some type of heavy fatty food, you wouldn't be able to indulge. You can actually indulge in vegetables. And, I'm adding some kale in the mix here. And I like for my kale to have a little texture, so I'm not going to cook the kale too long. Usually I'll cook my kale maybe about 4 to 5 minutes. And some people actually add a little bit of liquid to their greens when they're cooking them. I'm not going to do that because the kale will cook down and actually make its own water. So you don't necessarily have to add any liquid to this. And I wouldn't suggest adding liquid to this dish anyway because I I would prefer eating this meal, you know, with less juice or liquid. I would like for everything to be pretty firm. So if you add water or any type of liquid to this dish, it's going to, you know, just loosen up too much, and it'll kind of resemble soup, I guess. But anyway, I added a little more grapeseed oil just to make sure that the pan was coated really, really well. I enjoy using these pans too, these stainless steel pans. I actually prefer using them over the non-stick pans just because these pans cook very well. I've had them for a couple of years now and they've held up nicely. I put them in the dishwasher at times. I've hand washed them. My husband has even burned one of them. But it came back to life. So I just love these pans, and I was just so devastated. I was thinking in my head, okay, so he's gonna have to buy me a new pan. These things were pretty pricey, and I know I had saved up to get this pot set. But it came back to life, so it's all good. Last, I'm gonna add some parsley and some what do you call that, cilantro. Look at that. Everything has cooked down. And the reason why I add the parsley and cilantro at the end is because I don't want my herbs to cook down too much because they lose their flavor. But this looks so delicious. Delicious, delicious. Look, girl, I had to show you. I had to put a little more of it in there. Woo! Yes, just to make sure it's all good, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna mix it up. Like I said, I don't let my herbs cook down too much because I want them to still have that earthy flavor. And the goal is, you know, with these types of dishes is you don't want to have to add a whole lot of different seasonings because like I said before, your seasonings sometimes contain sodium, and you definitely don't need to add more sodium to your dishes. You know, than necessary to just add a little flavor. So this dish was absolutely delicious. It's super easy to do. Measurements, let's see, I may have used maybe, I don't know, 2 cups of kale, 1 full green, I'm sorry, 1 full green pepper, 1 full red onion, I don't know, maybe a cup of mushrooms. You know, it depends on how you like it. But look at that. It's so delicious looking, isn't it? I know it is. I know it is. It was delicious. And like I said, I added some bow tie pasta. This thing was yummy. Let me know if you try it. So I am pollo pescatarian, and what that is a person that eats chicken and fish. I have a few more pescatarian videos on my channel if you need a little more inspiration to kickstart your journey of becoming pescatarian. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to say hi in the comment section, and I'll talk to you again soon.